Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Raw Deal. It's gonna be a pretty busy day, so hopefully y'all strapped in. Weekend was a little tense. It's me, the Jerry G, Greg the Some Mongo you. Been bushwhacking since '92. Today I made a taco out of Kraft mac and cheese and bologna, and it's as bad as it sounds. Joining me today, of course, is my forever co-host. He is the forever Intercontinental Champion. He is our Are You Fucking Serious quiz champion. He is Two Belt Matty, aka Matty Ranch. What's going on, Matt?
What is up, Greg? What's up, chat? Hope everybody is having them a wonderful, wonderful Monday. We got a storm coming apparently here in Louisville. There's a big winter storm apparently on the way because winter is not over, damn it. So thanks to that storm, I ain't got to go into the office tomorrow. So I'm happy about that. Package update. It will be overnighted. My stuff should be getting overnighted to me to a FedEx store tomorrow. I'm still waiting on them to actually say it's been shipped. Because they're like, once you get the notification it's been shipped, you can have it sent to the FedEx store. So that is what I'm waiting to do.
Good luck. It's been a pain in the ass for you.
The bad part about it is, even if it doesn't get delivered to the FedEx store, because I have to sit at home tomorrow, I got nothing else to do. It's like, if they say, oh, we can't deliver it to the FedEx store, cool. I will be sitting in the house waiting. I will get the notification.
Oh, God. What's going on, chat? Batty, Kenesha, how y'all doing? Matt, Jesus, this shit. How long has this been going on?
The package, Ohio State won the national championship on January 20th. I was supposed to get my stuff on Thursday, and I didn't. And then Friday, they got everything squared away, but because it was Friday, it's the weekend, basically. So they're like, we won't be able to ship anything out until Monday at the latest. But they were like, we're going to make sure it's overnighted. I've been waiting almost a month for my stuff. I am ready. And the funny thing about that is that's on the way. And then I have a wrestling T-shirt that's going to get delivered on Friday, but I'll be here too. Thankfully, they don't want to steal wrestling stuff. They want to take Ohio State stuff.
Yeah, well.
I'm shot the wrestling shirt to get here before Valentine's Day because it's definitely a Valentine's Day shirt. It's because we ain't gonna see it until after the fact. It is Eddie in China.
Oh, I thought you found like some leftover Mike and Maria.
Oh no. No, it's Eddie in China. Someone was selling an Eddie in China shirt for Valentine's Day. So what better? Who better to celebrate true love than not with Billy and Chuck, Eddie and China?
Man, I'm gonna have a Billy and Chuck shirt for next year's Valentine's Day. Gotta step my game up. All right, y'all. I'll be honest with you. We got a lot of stuff to get into.
A lot of shit has happened over 2 days.
Jesus Christ! So it started. But before we start, let me just say this.
The revolution is televised.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Starks has been he's gone from AEW.
He's free.
Been a long time coming, and he's not alone. Actually, he's not even the first thing we learned of this weekend. It was Malachi Black, who after weeks of the House of Black saying we don't need Malachi Black, we're better off alone. He's finally gone. He's out of there.
Finally been released out, and it was just a few months ago we were saying, oh, he's there forever. He signed a multi-year extension, and Tony Khan said, no, he didn't. You can go. You don't want to be here?
Go ahead. Supposed to be here to 2027. Yeah.
Tony Khan finally got his head out of his ass. I guess he saw that Super Bowl and was like, hey, we could do that next year. You know what? We need to set aside some of this money for the Jaguars. Ricky, you can go.
Ricky gone. Yeah, Ricky's gone. Yeah, Ricky. So Malachi was the first, I think it was either Friday or Saturday that news got dropped.
Yeah.
So Malachi's more than likely on the way back. And then early this morning, Ricky Starks and Miro's pages were taken off the AEW alumni section.
Oh.
Or taken off the AEW page. So you're like, all right, well, so we're going to see them in a few months, whenever those things expire. Nah, that's today.
Yeah,
Miro
like
Ricky Starks join Malachi. They are free.
Like, I didn't find out about any of this until probably about 5:30, basically when I got off work. So when I saw it, first thing I thought of, damn, what's Vengeance Day? The first thing, because as the assistant GM, I'm always looking for people to sign the NXT. So where is Vengeance Day is coming up really soon.
It is, and
the Revolution can't be televised.
It's important to note.
I love Russos and I love Aleister Black, but we ain't seen Ricky Starks in forever.
Here's the crazy thing about all three of these guys. They've been released with no non-compete clauses.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the real Wild West.
They can show up tonight. They can show up tomorrow. They are done.
Like, they are free to do whatever the hell they want. And that's why I instantly said NXT. Because Oba needs some competition.
You need something.
Because that's why we're getting bullshit like him versus A-Town Down Under, him versus Eddie, him versus Dante Chen, and everybody else that's booting you. Because ain't nobody technically there. Well, what you gonna do? You want him to face Ethan Page again? No. I like Ethan Page, but no.
Going to Eddie Thorpe again. Eddie Thorpe's going to beat Trick's ass, send him to the main roster.
Right. Like, at some point, they don't have anyone worth a damn. And as much as I love Javon Evans, it's the Javon Evans show, but you're clearly building him up. You're still building him up to get to the moment of beating Oba.
Yeah.
Ain't no one to face Oba.
And, you know, we were expecting that tag team to flourish, you know, at some point, and that's not happening anymore, which we'll get into in a little bit.
Yeah.
Javon Solo really is the goal.
Like, they really need, you put all three of them boys in NXT and you got a fleshed out men's division, at least for the top title and for the North American title. Because, like, again, I love you, Tony D'Angelo. You one of my favorites. I've been there with you since day one. You play a great stereotype. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to go.
I don't know if it's time for him to go because I don't know what.
All right. Like, he's been there so long. Like, we know he's not going to be Oba, and I know he ain't about to just be wild card McGee. And you know what I mean on wild card. Emphasis on the wild cards. I know he ain't just about to be the star of wild cards.
I think he might.
He could. You know what? He probably is going to stay in NXT because he's on wild cards.
Because honestly, and you know,
what else did he do?
Well, it's like, what is that gimmick going to translate well to the main roster? That's always a worry.
No, it's not. I love it, but it's an NXT gimmick.
It's kind of like Chase U. Chase U is awesome, but Chase U does not work on Raw or SmackDown.
It looks like American made at the end of the day. They just basically American Alpha Academy. That's what they boil down to.
Pretty much. What's going on, Cookies? How you doing, brother? The top that gets the slop. That's new.
What up, Cookies?
That's new.
That's right. No 90 days. So they are free to do whatever they want. And I'm sitting up here saying, oh, they all gonna go to WWE. TNA loves to spend some money, depending on who
they
it
do.
is.
And honestly, since TNA and WWE are working together now, why not send one of those guys over there?
Rusev needs to go on over to Impact. Go on over to TNA Impact, brother.
Rusev days showing he gets to see his old friend at commentary.
Right. He can literally start up Miro. He could do a breakdown, walk through the portal, get you you could be John Dango, and then you pop in, you can be Fandango for a few seconds. You can be Rusev Day for a few seconds, then you go on back over and be Miro.
So the Miro stuff, every time somebody like is not being used and people are like, why is this person with all this talent just not on camera? The go-to is in AEW is, oh, they probably don't want to work well with others. They probably are just refusing to lose. Every time it's, oh, that person just refuses to lose a match.
Wrong.
It's like I don't. So Ricky Starks, you have to just take his word for it. But he's saying that's not what happened. I've lost matches before. It's not a problem, I just want to wrestle. Malachi Black was the
interview with Chris Van Fleet. He's like, bitch, I'm just sitting at home. Y'all think I want to sit at home?
Like shit. I think Malachi Black was the one that most people were like, oh, he's refusing to lose to anybody. And even if that's the case, that's not the case. I don't know if it is or not.
I always think about it like this. They think about it in the storytelling aspect, and they're probably like, oh, you're going to lose right here. Huh? What? Losing right here? But I've been doing so much for weeks. Why am I losing? It's probably something where they're like, that don't make any sense, TK. This is stupid.
Possibly.
He's hard to work with. No, your writing's stupid.
I mean, we've been saying for a while the writing over there is rough. Maybe that really is it. If somebody is doing, they just think that it's like what happened with WCW. Could be. Yeah, WCW was famous for everyone getting contracts full of money and full of, hey, you can decide what you want to do, and it ended up ruining the company.
They even overblow that because they make it seem like everybody had it in WCW when it was only
it was like
8 people.
It was like 6 people, maybe.
They make it seem like, oh yeah, Kidman had creative control. No, he didn't.
Conan, like no, they didn't. No, absolutely not. Yeah, so that was the issue with Malachi, was the idea that he refuses to lose matches. Like he lost matches. I don't know why that would be a prop. I think
he ain't did nothing that made us be like, oh man, this is why we wanted him in AEW. He hasn't had none of that. So he's lost plenty of matches.
Yeah, he's I mean, if you're gonna send somebody if you're letting somebody go and you're worried that they're gonna go into the company white hot, Malachi Black is not that. That man is as cold as he can be right now.
Like the majority of his AEW tenure has been, why the fuck is he here if y'all not even gonna treat him like they treated him in NXT? That's all we asked for. We ain't even asking for main roster. We just want something.
You got what? A trios title?
Right.
That was about it, I think.
Like him and Miro both. We're like, why are y'all here? Like, why are they here if you're not even gonna at least give them equal to what they had in the other company? Like, y'all are treating them like shit.
And Miro came in with being the best video game player / best man. It was like, what the fuck is happening? And I think the video game thing was like Miro's idea, that's why sometimes you just don't need to listen to wrestlers.
You're right.
Sometimes
I'll be Lashley in his ideas.
Yeah, that was also one. Yes, but also Ricky Starks, Miro, Malachi Black. But Phoenix is still locked down. It will be for a little bit while longer.
Because he replaces Ricky Starks.
Yeah. So the Phoenix thing, I do think he should be. I think anytime any company is like, we're just going to hold on to him and just let him sit at home, just fucking release him. Whether you're AEW, WWE, TNA.
Like we were saying on the show before we got up, by the time that man is released and he trying to call himself, bring his ass to WWE, I am not going to want to see Penta in a tag team because the way y'all are advertising this man is the GOAT of all mass. I mean, he's the coolest. He got his little dance. He doing the interviews with Chris Van Fleet. Everybody loves Sierra Miedo. Oh,
every crowd doing the shit.
It ain't gonna be like how y'all gonna try and tell me? Oh, I need to like the Lucha Bros after I sat up for basically almost 11 months to a year of Penta alone. Nah. That man is basically
gonna win a title.
That man is main event Jey Uso in a mask. That is essentially what he is.
He quickly got a big ass following. It did not take long. They went all in on him. So yeah, now when Phoenix comes over, do you keep them separated? Maybe different brands? Do you tease a tag run, or do you just immediately go, all right, tag time? Like he had like a great showing in the Rumble. He was 45 in the Rumble.
Like, by the time Ray shows up, that man is going to be like a former Intercontinental Champion. They're like, tag time. Like, nah. Dude, put the Usos back together. I don't want these two in no team. Ray needs to get his shine now.
Tito says Starks NXT, and then let me solo Starks. If they can't, I don't see a reason why not. But I'm with Matt. If you immediately put him as a tag team, we're a month independent, and we're already like, all right, he doesn't need to be in a tag team right now. We're already at that point. He's just now Starks at NXT makes sense. Probably him. Yeah, I don't see. He's young. He's very young. There.
It's really between them. I could really see it either being WWE or TNA going down to the wire. I could see TNA possibly opening their pocketbooks, but Cody is going to be the end all be all because his boy, Ricky, his boy.
I think Ricky comes to NXT. Miro might go to TNA for a bit.
Yeah,
Malachi definitely comes back as Alistair. I told y'all already what I'm seeing, but my vision is, which is, come back to Raw. Another person that's pissed off at Seth. Seth has a new feud, and it's not going to be Punk or McIntyre. Thank God, it's going to be Alistair coming back. I'm like, my eye's still fucked up. Because he kept that shit the entire time he was in AEW.
Or he do that, and they some way, somehow put him with the Wyatt Six and put him, if he's on Raw, put him with Karrion Kross now that they have gotten rid of AOP.
Yeah. Which is a great lead into our next bit of news. Not the eye. There were some mass releases over the weekend from WWE.
Everybody but me and Greg got fired.
Yeah, pretty much. Some favorites of ours. Duke Hudson's gone. Big Chase U guy. We're big AOP guys, but they're gone with Paul Ellering. Blair Davenport's gone. That one is the one we were like, all right, because they drafted her last year to SmackDown, and she had 2 matches.
Right, it was like, I'm not shocked you got released. I'm surprised Kiana James still got a job. Kind of. Because where the hell has she been? All she did was get some boobs. All she did was she got a boob job, and
hey, sometimes the addition is enough to keep you around and boost it. We've seen a lot of wrestlers go away, get a change, come back, and they shoot it. So maybe that works. But yeah, Blair, they were apparently trying to team her with Chelsea and Piper.
Ew, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
That team visually is just like, nah, y'all all over the place.
Isla Dawn, but no Alba Fire. Of course, Isla Dawn, one half of the former tag champions. They had one of the biggest pops for WWE over at Money in the Bank. I think it was Money in the Bank where they went over to near Scotland.
that was at a Clash at the Castle.
Clash, you're right. Clash at the
Yeah.
Castle, where they won the tag titles, and it was this huge thing. And we were talking about during their run, like it's weird. They're like not really around much. They're not really on Raw that much.
And they gave them that one little match, with the Metaphor, just to put the Metaphor over, the Meta Girls over. And then a couple weeks later, half of the team is released now, just randomly.
That's Kiana. That's who we're talking about, Kiana. Yeah. Maybe she is injured. I don't know. Maybe she is.
They said she was injured, but I think her injury was she got new boobs. That was her injury.
The Isla Dawn was kind of weird because like she was just in a tag team. Y'all's women's tag division does not need to lose anybody else.
Right. That tells me it's like, so are the Meta Girls getting the call up? Because since y'all just getting rid of a team. And they got rid of another team, essentially. Well, no, because Sonya Deville also got released, but you still got some of the strap pack. They just
the Pure Fusion Collective just becomes the Pure Collective.
Right. There is no fusion anymore.
Yeah, Sonya's gone. Sonya, differently from the rest of them, Sonya's contract expired. So, talking about the guys from AEW that were released, they had no 90-day compete clauses. Most of this list, these people have 90-day no competes.
Mm-hmm.
But that is not the case. Huh?
I said probably except for Sonya, since her shit just expired.
Yes, Sonya's the one. Her contract will not be renewed. So it's like how Baron Corbin, once Corbin's contract ran out, he was immediately doing other stuff.
Right. I do feel bad for Sonya. Like, if this was the Vince era, she probably would have still been there because that's essentially Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil is still on the roster. But does he wrestle? No. He does everything but wrestle. Big E is essentially that. I would, if it was me, after all the bullshit. Mind you, if Sonya Deville wasn't working for this company, she wouldn't have had a fucking stalker.
Mm-hmm. And considering we just had...
I was like, we're going to keep you. What?
Considering Asuka just had another incident like that, allegedly, where she's talking, it feels so weird. But I'm sure we're going to see Sonya and Mandy talking at some point.
Yeah.
We might see them on some kind of pod together. I think Mandy has her own pod.
Yep, she does.
So we're probably going to see Sonya there with her.
Whatever dude's name is, Tino or Tito, whatever his name is.
Tino Sabatelli, yeah.
Her husband.
Yeah. And then we got Cedric, like we were saying, Javon's tag team. Cedric Alexander is no longer there. Expect him in AEW for the Hurt Syndicate.
Everybody was like, you should go hurt people. It was like, he is. Give him 90 days.
Don't be saying that shit on someone's first post after they get fired. Immediately like, that's kind of not what I expected today. It was my dream. I really appreciate it. And everybody in the comments like, go to AEW, go TNA, go to New Japan. It just happened.
That was literally, it's like, y'all, we already know the fucking layup that is the Hurt business, the Hurt Syndicate. We know. I'm pretty sure they know too. Like, I'm like, oh shoot. The one person we thought wouldn't get released is released. We might as well do it. We might as well run it all the way back now, since we just been playing this long ... We just been stringing people along like the New Day all for months. We're looking for a new member. We're looking for a new member. We're looking for a new member. Oh, look at that. New member is Cedric.
I thought it was going to be Ricochet.
Right. It could be Ricochet. It could be this person. It could be Swerve. It is Cedric. Because Cedric fucked around and got fired randomly.
got to tell these folks how to be civil and courteous. I mean, internet's just a wild
You
place.
gotta have common sense.
Yeah.
I don't talk to people. I don't talk to them folks on Twitter. I rarely comment. If you see me comment on somebody's stuff, it's because I'm really like. I'll comment on Lexus King stuff, and I'll say something corny like, "Yeah, only a king can do that." It'll be something like that. Like if I'm gonna say something, it's gonna be within the gimmick, or I'm gonna be like, "Hey," or I'm just like, "Hey, man, you cool, you go," and that's usually just HBK. The HBK don't even post like that no more. But still, like some folks, like Mongo said, they'll be out here. Some of these folks get fired. Talking about, you know where you should go, or a lot of it is just stop fantasy booking. Stop getting mad when your fantasy booking don't happen. I know I don't. I don't be mad. I'll just be like, oh
well. We also saw the releases of Electra Lopez, which makes sense. You know, wasn't really around that much. The poor, what's the guy's name?
Seahawk.
Seahawk. That poor man. God, I know. Have you ever seen that clip from Fairly Odd Parents where the girl's like, "You're no longer my best friend," and she rips the photo, and the girl's going down an escalator. It's That's what I imagine happened to him when Electra Lopez got the call. Something doesn't feel right in the universe.
It was just out of nowhere on a Friday because when I posted that, I was just randomly got on Twitter in the middle. Like, I was on break or something. I was like, oh, let me see what's happening. It was like, oh, Electra Lopez released. Huh? Well, she was just on TV the other night. What? Like, damn. Y'all just like, well, I guess with Zelina being on SmackDown, there was only room for one.
Yeah, so she's and apparently all these releases are because of call-ups that are happening. So, you know, we're looking at all these names and like, all right, who's going to replace this person here?
I know who replaces.
But then some of these are just NXT names. Like, all right, well, they're just gone because they're gone. Giovanni Vinci.
Electra, some more cheese.
One of the Angels.
One of Maddie's Angels. And then when one gets the call up, that means I have an opening. Who can become the newest NXT Maddie Angel?
We need to do a tournament to find out. Giovanni Vinci also going. Giovanni Vinci, after he got kicked out of Imperium,
didn't do anything except lose to Apollo.
He had 2 matches, Matt, where he came out as the model thing from NXT. We're like, oh, model Vinci's back. All right, okay, let's see what happens. That man lost in 6 seconds.
I fucks with that gimmick. That gimmick was the shit in NXT.
It's a good gimmick, man. It's a good gimmick.
The best moment was when fucking I was watching that TNA video of people before they came to NXT. What was his fucking name? Megamind. His name is Ben Carter.
Yeah.
They had that. And that was the best moment when he came out there and interrupted him in the middle of the model thing, because you just see him come through like a crackhead and he's just like
If y'all don't know what we're talking about, Vinci's entrance when he was doing the model gimmick, he'd walk out and then pose, and then you do a camera flash, and you'd see a picture of him's pose as he continues to walk, and then that goes away, and he's ready for his next pose. So every now and then, like Frazier would do it. Wade Barrett had a point where he was talking with Vic by ringside. Vinci shows up right next to Wade's. Even Wade's like, it was goofy shit, but it was fun. It was fun. That stuff's fun. But apparently they couldn't figure anything out with him. I don't know. They didn't really try. But
I'm gonna go with
with
the stupid rumor.
Yeah, I was about to say the rumor. I know the rumor. I don't even know if we should really say it, but there's a rumor as to why he got put where he was put, and then that might have just been the end of it. I don't know. Apparently they're trying to use that for Logan Paul's show. Did you see that trailer?
Oh goodness.
There's a trailer where showing Logan Paul's new show on Max, where Logan hits on somebody. And then Michael Hayes walks up. Michael Hayes, of all people, walks up. I saw you fucking hitting on her, man. What are you doing? She's with somebody. And he points to the wrestler who was the boyfriend of this woman.
I mean, I've mentioned the story, the rumor before, so I'll go ahead and say it because I've said it before.
Go ahead.
The running joke on wrestling Twitter is that supposedly Giovanni Da Vinci was trying to holler at old Tiffy Time. And then Ludwig caught word. So when he beat his ass in the ring and kicked him out, that was like, oh, yeah, we done with you. So they essentially was like, oh, so you was trying to dirty Mac. Okay, we just gonna let you chill. And that is what happened. I'm not shocked that Logan Paul did that. If I didn't know he was getting shown.
I think it was like them playing up the actual thing that happened.
Oh, like they're just
it's fake reality bullshit. It's
right.
Like, but so yeah, he was hitting on Tiffany in the preview, and Michael Hayes like, what the fuck are you doing? And he goes, hell man, I'm married. I'm just playing around. He goes, you're married and you're hitting on other women. Michael Hayes, come on now. And that could not have dropped at a better time because that dropped when that latest update on the Vince case came out. Right. That is a shame. That is unfortunate. Good Brothers are also gone. Good Brothers. I was talking to him about this, not Tito, but Boss Man. And I was saying, I think WWE never really knew what to do with these guys.
When they had them the first time, they started them off so great. And they had somewhat of an idea of what to do with them because they put them with who they put them. They put them with the person they needed to be put with in Finn. I love the club. That was a great variation of the Bullet Club. They did a lot of good things with that. The best moment they ever used using Bullet Club IE has been the match that we weren't supposed to get. R.I.P. Bray, you had that swamp flu that day, brother, and you gave us the best fucking match ever in a battle of Bullet Club leaders in Demon Finn versus AJ fucking Styles. And them two putting up the Too Sweet and hitting it together. Oh, that was the moment of all moments. And I saw what everybody said it on. I saw y'all say it in the chat. I saw people saying it on Twitter, and I agree with everybody. They messed up by never giving us, because for the first time ever, even I mentioned it when Tama and when GOD finally showed up. Oh shit, we could tell the actual Bullet Club story because we have all the actual good people. We have all the actual good members, minus the Bucks and Kenny Omega. We have the original Bullet Club, literally, in WWE. You can throw some money at New Japan and be like, can we get this Bullet Club? Can we get something like, can we use this? So many ways to tell that story they threw away. The only thing I can think of is they was tired of paying them to be hurt. Because Carl Anderson just got surgery on something.
Yeah, Carl, because they were NXT last year for a little while, and then all of a sudden they were just gone. Yeah, apparently Carl got injured. And I blame Vince. You should blame Vince. Yeah, because when they came in, it was with I remember the story breaking. It was 2015, 2014? It was around then.
I think it was 15.
Where it was like it was right around the Rumble because we were like, oh, yeah. What if they all show up at the Rumble? And everyone had to be like, look, let's be honest. WWE is weird when it comes to outside people. I don't think any of these guys show up at the Rumble. And then AJ had his Rumble debut. We were like, oh, fuck. Nakamura got his NXT moment with Sammy and then became a champion. The Good Brothers show up. I think they debuted attacking the New Day.
Yeah, I mean, they showed up on Raw because we was like, what? Because we were complaining like, oh, shit. They showed up. Like, why didn't they show up last night?
Yeah. And they quickly put him with AJ. Like, all right, cool. That makes sense. And then by the time SummerSlam happens, they get told, yeah, they're splitting us up, brother.
Right.
For no reason. There's like, we're SmackDown. We're sticking on Raw.
And then they just had them separated for no damn reason as the club. And it's just like, all right, y'all are cool. Like, y'all are getting us points. They were getting people points. It was them versus FTR. Like, they mattered.
Yeah,
and
and
then
they're
at
still
one
trying
point,
to like do the
then at
stuff.
one point,
You know,
Finn
they're talking about the club stuff. Yeah,
It was like right when Finn, it was like everybody was just, the crowd was just kind of becoming like, like Finn was still loved, but I don't know what was up. They just put them with Finn. They're like, you know what these guys are? This is the Balor Club. And I'm just like, this is the Bullet Club. Oh no, get the fuck out of here with this Balor Club bullshit. I know what this is. This is Bullet Club. This is the Bullet Club.
It was clear from the moment they showed up where it was like, I don't think Vince fucks with these guys at all. And,
no, because they would just
it was
home.
Yeah, just out of nowhere. that first run was like, it started off pretty great, and then just nothing. They won tag titles, but that didn't mean shit. You know, that like it could have been so much more. And then they leave, they go to TNA for 3 years, winning TNA tag titles, doing stuff with Kenny in AEW, come back to WWE, and are hanging out with AJ again. Finn's got his own thing going on. And then they go to NXT after like barely being on SmackDown for a year. You know, like it was a year and a half they were on SmackDown with AJ and Mia Yim as the new club, and didn't do shit. Didn't do a goddamn thing with them. They're going to be one of the biggest like what the fuck signings, because you know, are the greatest technical tag team of all time? No, obviously not. But they're big. They got a great name behind them. You know, they have a lot of that Bullet Club oomph with them. And Carl Anderson can fucking go. You know, Luke Gallows does what he can. But it was just from the moment they set foot there. And I really think they were only signed to get AJ in. Just like when they came back in last time, it was around the time that AJ's contract was set to go out. And like, well, since AJ's not going to sign another contract now, this is his last deal. Boot them out of here. We don't need him anymore. That's what it feels like. And of course, Sonya Deville, just like Baron, instead of being fired or just released outright, that contract's going to expire. So they're good. You know, she's going to wrestle the second she can if she wants to. But again, expect that Mandy Rose podcast moment for sure. We've got another set, or not a set, but another release. More of another contract expiration. TNA Wrestling's Josh Alexander will be a free agent on February 14th, Valentine's Day. The former world champion asked Anthem not to extend his contract last year, and they did anyway. Last year, Josh wanted to dabble in free agency, but he was, you know, saying he was going to stick around with TNA. He just wanted to see what could happen. Now, you could say that they knew he was going to be somewhere else if they let him go. Who knows? But them doing that when he asked them not to, I think guaranteed him being done with them as of this week. Whereas we're talking about Josh Alexander.
Oh, okay.
Where, you know, last year he asked Anthony to not extend his contract by another year. He wanted to do
right.
Josh has been so pro TNA that I think if they had just let him do that, he would have stuck around and he would have still been around as much as he was this year.
Yeah.
I don't think that would have. He's been a diehard TNA guy, even after Scott left. I think he would have absolutely.
Yeah, I hate the way they're just basically just forcing him out. Like they're doing everything to just basically make him leave with a sour taste in his mouth.
Yeah, because this last few matches, you know, he lost to Santana, won a really great match at Genesis, and the past few weeks have been his team turning on him. Eric Young siding with him, and then Eric Young turned on him and beat his ass, and he's just a loser, leaving TNA. So now that he's gone, he's probably not coming back to TNA. I would be shocked if he did. He said he was willing to do the year. He seems like such a company person that seeing him get screwed like that, I think, is really going to end up pissing him off to the point where he's not going to be doing any work with it. Because TNA with Samoa Joe hasn't done shit with TNA since he left.
Right. I mean, he still harbors bad feelings. He's like, y'all didn't pay me, and if y'all need to pay me. He's like, y'all can mention me all y'all want. I'm not showing up until y'all pay what y'all owe.
One of the most famous moments for Joe in Josh's TNA. Exactly. One of the most famous moments of Joe in NXT was when somebody in the crowd was chanting NXT, and he turns around and he says, "Fuck them, pay me my money."
Right.
Like, that was all over the net for a while.
Like, when he said that, I was like, damn. And even Taz came out and was like, yeah, they still technically owe me some money.
They were Paul Heyman in that shit, but it just felt worse. It just felt a little worse.
Way worse because they're doing business.
So between WWE, TNA, and AEW, we had, between releases and contracts expiring, 16 names.
Dang.
That's a lot. Lot.
Not all of these people can go to NXT or WWE. That means some of these people going to go to AEW. Some of these folks going to go to TNA. Some of these folks is going to be roughing it on the indies. Go to New Japan. Go anywhere.
Go to GCW.
Right. TNA is what, like 16 names? TNA is going to pay some of y'all. Like, as much as we laugh and joke about them not wanting to pay people, they're selective on who they'll pay. Unfortunately, they paid somebody like a Tesla.
Yeah. I'm so curious how much money that took from them. Like
that they have to be all that money they said, they didn't want to pay Josh Alexander. Somebody is going to get Josh Alexander's contract. Someone's going to get the money that he didn't want. Somebody's going to get the money that Jordan Grace didn't want. Well, hey, and somebody will take it. Because these people trying to live at the end of the day, and somebody is going to gladly take it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bidding war between TNA and WWE. For Ricky, like Cody is going to be the closer for that one.
Yeah, I think Ricky's a foregone conclusion in NXT, honestly.
Right.
Which one are you most excited about? I'll be honest, Josh, yeah, but as a big 205 Live guy, I cannot wait to see Cedric and Mustafa Ali and Buddy Matthews tearing it up with each other again. I am so excited for that. Because Cedric and Ali were the heart and soul. It was the heart of 205 and the soul of 205. When they had their big match for the championship in I think it was the finals of that tournament, it was the heart and soul. That's what it was. And then Buddy was a fucking menace in that division. And he and Ali and Cedric put on some of my favorite matches of that decade, just in 205 Live. So that's what I wanted. I'm most excited to see that. I'm also really excited to see what happens with Sonya, because I think Sonya can do a lot. I think Sonya is great as a personality.
She'd be great solid.
She'd be fantastic in TNA. She would bang up in TNA.
Like, watching TNA the last few weeks, and I'll be the first to admit it. They have knocked it out of the park with Ash by Elegance. They know her weaknesses. They let her get by as a singles competitor, and then they brought Heather by Elegance, whatever her name. They brought the other girl in, and I like that because that tells me, all right, that's where she needs to be. That tells me right off the bat. She gonna be a knockouts champion, but she's gonna be a knockouts tag champion. That's what she'll be a champion. It ain't gonna be a singles. She's gonna be a knockouts tag champion. Because we always need a little team like her and old girl. It could always have a little shitty ass heel tag team, fuck around and beat the dominant women tag team. And they got Bravo as their little helper or whatever. Oh yeah, they could definitely fuck around and win some belts. I could definitely see it happening, which makes what they're paying her all the more sense now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like they had to figure out a way. How can we make her be worth what we're paying her? Oh, let's get her a tag partner.
But that, like you said, man, was it Heather Balligans? Is that Heather Reckless? They're great together. They're fun together. It works out well. And when Heather eventually turns on her, it's going to be a big thing for Heather. And then that might probably be the end of Ash Balligans. But
I was going to say Ash's contract will probably be up by then.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the end. But it will have worked. It's one of those things where TNA grabs a talent where you expect nothing to happen, and you give them a year, and you kind of get surprised. That's kind of always been their strength, is they can get a lot out of nothing, out of what you perceive as nothing. Or you'll see a talent like, oh man, they're not going to be on TV ever again.
Right.
They go to TNA for a year and a half, build themselves up, boom,
like they
brand new star.
They turned Ass Man into Dick Kick City.
Oh God. This pod is we're very pro Brian Myers. We were not big fans of Kurt Hawkins, but
right, nobody cared about Face to Facts.
Face to Facts. That shit was terrible. I bet Sonya was for Nikki. I would bet that half of those names are probably for Nikki, because that's a big money contract. If Nikki Bella's back for real, they're gonna be paying her big bucks. So it will probably be more than Sonya. So it was like Sonya, Cedric, and AOP for Nikki.
Yeah, I would say between her and Jordan, they were like, yeah, we got cut some people.
Did you see? So Jordan, she ended her OnlyFans like 6 months ago, I think. She went ahead and she was like, I'm just gonna wrap that up now to not have an issue with that. According to Shamrock Sapp, I think she essentially took a bit of a pay cut between OnlyFans and this. I don't know if it's WWE's like not. I don't know if she's getting signed to an NXT deal.
Mm-hmm.
Or she got the WWE deal. Like that hasn't been explained yet, because those are two very different deals.
Right.
The money is very different. Like a top star NXT is going to be making like mid-card main roster money, if that.
Mm-hmm.
If that. But she's
got the main roster money, then that means her turn, like she's only going to be at NXT for
7 months to a year. Yeah.
Right. They're like, you gonna learn the WWE style, like we said last week, learn where the cameras are at, and all right, start making your money on that main roster.
The races are fucking off. Exactly. Before we get into Raw, one last bit of news, and we had a little fun with this earlier today. WWE has trademarked a list of God.
Those names are so
Matt. These names are so terrible.
As soon as I saw them, I was like, those gotta be a reality show. That's gotta be either for that LFG booty ass show, or even worse, that Tubi WWE Evolve show. That's the only two heaps of ass that I can think of.
I have not used Tubi once in my life.
I used it last night because I used it for the Super Bowl just for that.
I have heard, as a guy that likes horror movies, I've been told if you want to watch the cheesiest horror movies you've ever fucking seen, like just bad, you want to watch bad shit to watch it.
It's some horrible shit on Tubi. It's some good shit on Tubi too, but it's like more the bad stuff is more known on Tubi than the good stuff. Like, no people go on there to watch bad bad movies. They don't go on there to be like, oh, they have Jerry Maguire. I want to watch Jerry Maguire. They're going on there to see the bad, horrible ass horror movies. All the movies are bad. You're gonna see people walking in the background. Person gonna get shot. You obviously see that they didn't have money for CGI, so it's gonna be like, oh yeah, they are still breathing.
Yeah. So a buddy of mine, I think it was James Ferris, a good friend of mine, sent me clips from Tubi because you gotta watch this. And it was this guy that gets shot and killed by a tree. His body falls back, and his neck is like down like this. And they're talking and having a scene. I'm like, what do we do now? I don't know. The man is still on the tree, like in the background, and you see him go,
I don't know.
You didn't have money to shoot that again?
It's just like you can't be going in there watching a Tubi movie like, oh, this is gonna be 100% done. You got to go in there and just be like, yep, that's what happened. You got to go in there. You watch Tubi movies as if you're watching the school play. Did that just happen? Yes, it did, and they kept it going. That's how you got. It's a school play that you're streaming. Did that person just walk into the tree? Did that? I don't think they finished editing that. Yep, yeah, they didn't. Keep it going. Just keep watching. It'll add to the story later.
Look who's in the show. What's going on, Kenny? How you doing, brother?
What up, Kenny?
We've been talking about all the releases, so some exciting shit coming to us wrestling wise. Oh, Batty, good God, that Kendrick performance last night was.
It was awesome. I'm gonna watch it again later,
brother. He spent the entire fucking performance
just teasing it, just be like, oh, I thought I wasn't gonna play it. Yes, I'm gonna play it.
The way he found the camera that was following him to say Drake. Big ass grin across his face. Good God, that was so good. People were complaining about it today, like, oh, what is this? That's not what I wanted to see in my Super Bowl. Well, that ain't for you. All right. You're 76 years old. It's not for you anymore. This is for the other generation. Kenny says my boy Ricky's coming home. And I can't wait for Chantel Monroe. Yeah, Kenny's already got his pick of the litter as his new favorite whenever that pops up. That man picked this name, Chantel Monroe. Let's go ahead and run down these names before we get lost. They're bad. That's probably one of the better ones. We have Aria Bennett,
ass,
Braxton Cole, Chantel Monroe, Draco Knox.
I like that one.
Harley Riggins,
ass.
This is the one that pissed me off. Hayes Jameson.
That just sounds like a beer.
What the fuck is that? It does.
I'm drinking a Hayes Jameson IPA.
Hayes Jameson? What kind of name is that? Jax Presley. Mason Holiday, spelled Masyn.
Ew.
Yeah. What is that? They spell names like this, like millennials like give babies names. Like I want it to be Rain, but it's going to be Reyin. Like that shit's ridiculous. Osiris Griffin, Summer Sorrell,
Osiris
Wilder. Osiris Griffin could work. Tate Wilder and Trill London. Trill.
Okay, Draco and Trill are that's the tag team. Draco and Trill, that's the new Trick Mello gang right here, baby. That's the new Trick Mello gang. Draco and Trill. I fucks with Draco and Trill. So those are my two. So they better not be. How is it Draco? Draco?
It's Drako.
Okay, I'll take that one too. So yeah, either way, I'll take either of those. Yeah, I'll take both of those. I like Trill and Draco. Yeah.
Trill, definitely a UK person. Kenny, I said the same shit. I was like, that is in no way. That cannot be an American.
They're gonna come out the fans music.
Who the fuck is it? Oh, that's Trill London. He's from Mexico. What?
Trill London from Australia.
But yeah, so those are awful. Apparently, these are names for that show. The Tough Enough reboot.
Oh, the LFG. It was either that or Evolve, and they want to give them those ass names for LFG.
Yeah. It could also be for Evolve.
I hope it's for. I need Trill and Draco to be in Evolve. That sound like Tubi. These sound like Tubi names. All these names sound like Tubi names.
When does that TV show come out in March?
Yeah, like these sound like some Tubi names.
Wait a minute. What? Hold the fucking phone. WWE Evolve on Tubi begins on March 5th. Do you know what day of the week March 5th is? It's Wednesday.
Oh, that show's gonna get destroyed.
It's gonna get demolished, man.
This show's gonna get destroyed. And don't we say everybody about to watch Evolve. Everybody is about to be watching AEW.
Brother. And if Dynamite's the point where I'm like, I don't even want to watch this, I'm not going to Tubi to turn on Evolve.
Right. Like, I don't care about WWE on Tubi. Like, I'll catch that on Twitter if it's any good. I'll catch it on Twitter.
Good God Almighty. Yeah. Oh my God. All right. So Chantel Monroe for Kenny. You want Draco and Trill for a tag team.
Yeah. Even if they don't become a tag team, I need them. I like both of those days. They gotta be worth it them.
All right. I'm not gonna say this is one that I'm looking forward to, but I'm gonna say I think I know what this gimmick is gonna be. Mason Holiday is going to be one of those people that comes out in like the black short ass trunks, but a black leather jacket like Finn. And he's going to have black ass boots. He's going to have black nails. He's going to be looking like an emo assassin.
Right.
That's going to be Mason Holiday. Mark my words. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. When people watch TV, the regular TV. I mean, regular TV is going down. So, like, at a certain point, I'm telling you. Who did I say it was going to be? Oh, Jimmy Del Rey. Let's get into Raw. Good God, man. 16 releases across 3 companies, and then those names. We're gonna have this week. Raw tonight is, of course, on Netflix. It's going to be the debut on Netflix of Logan Paul as far as the matches go. He and Rey Mysterio facing off in a Elimination Chamber qualifier.
Ray, you about to take this L.
Yeah, Ray's done there. CM Punk gears up for the Chamber, whatever the fuck that means. I guess it's a promo battle. We're gonna hear him diss John Cena because John Cena said that at the Rumble presser. This gives these guys 5 weeks to talk shit about me. Well,
week number 2,
we are starting early with probably the guy that's going to be able to do it best, CM Punk.
Right.
Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Dakota Kai is back from injury again. I would guess the concussion's fine.
Yeah.
She seems to have passed all the tests, which is good. I don't even know if she actually had a concussion or if it was a concussion scare, because after that night,
it was a concussion scare.
Yeah. We're going to see them take on Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Of course, Liv and Raquel obviously going to be the new tag team champions soon.
Right.
AJ Styles' official return to Monday Night Raw.
That'll be the highlight.
The last Chamber qualifier, Lyra Valkyria and Bayley.
Bailey is busy this week.
I was about to say Bailey is probably losing this.
Yeah.
Because she's got a title match coming up soon. She's going to be on NXT tomorrow night. So I don't see her being in both the NXT title match and the Elimination Chamber.
Right.
So she's probably losing this one. But overall, pretty good looking show.
Yeah, that's a good solid Netflix. That'd probably be a good 2.5 hours of Raw. Probably that's a 10:35-ish.
Paul, go ahead and knock that shit off at 10:15, 10:20. Just
all right. That's a good 2.5 hour Raw right there. Nothing. Ain't got nothing to go crazy about. It's the first. Ain't no sports. Ain't no baseball. Like we just got basketball. Football just ended, so we still tired from the Super Bowl. So don't make us sit up late.
Only 3 matches. Only 3 matches announced. They're gonna have more.
Yeah, for now, only 3 matches. We still got Finn probably gonna talk some shit. He got to pop up, and Judgment Day. The rest of Judgment Day got to pop up. The tag champs got to pop up. New Day got to do something if they still doing whatever they doing because we don't even know what they doing. We just know they're bad.
All we know is we figured out who did their theme music, and it's it's fine. It's fine, I guess. There was another update on the Def Rebel stuff, which is more of just like wrestlers are tired of their themes sucking. So I'm hoping by this time next year we have a new entity doing the music because Jesus Christ. Before we get out of here, Matt, what do you think of Balor, since you brought it up earlier, now selling more Balor Club stuff?
It's all right. Like some of the gear they come out with is cool. And I know they celebrating 10 years, so it's like at some point during 2025, I know I'm gonna buy something with Finn on it to celebrate those 10 years because those 10 years have flown by. Like, and I'm ready for Finn to be Finn again. I'm ready to do that again. I'm ready. And the cookies and Batty is ready for him to wear the panties again. Like, we're ready. We're ready for Finn to come back home. We're ready for Finn to be Finn. We're tired of always the angry man. Like I like Finn. He's been basically like this ever since he came back. He returned on NXT. He's been angry. It's like, dude, it's time to be the crowd favorite again. Like, we love you, Finn.
Ever since he fucking Pele kicked Johnny Gargano in the face, has been pissed off.
Right. Like, we haven't had a chance to be like, we love you, Finn. We want to do this again.
God. But hey, with people slowly getting their theme music back, they can bring back that old Finn Balor thing because that thing was a banger. That thing was God, fucking, we didn't know how good we had it with CFOs. We really didn't. We took those guys for granted. I think that's going to wrap us up today. You got anything else we need to talk about, Matt?
Oh, no. I'm looking forward to NXT tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty good show. Just looking at what they have up now. We have let's see.
I think Vengeance Day is this weekend.
Vengeance Day is, it's either this weekend or next weekend. Let's see, Vengeance Day 2025. The 18th.
Okay, so next weekend.
Wait, Vengeance Day is a special? Is it an NXT special? It's not a pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So Vengeance Day is just next week as it's a regular show. Okay, I didn't realize that. Damn.
Right, I thought it was
I got AEW Grand Slammed where I thought I was going to a pay-per-view. Okay, all right.
No, Vengeance Day is, wait, it is one. It's Saturday. So we got predictions.
Wait, it's this Saturday?
Yeah, it's this Saturday.
I see it as the 18th. Oh, that's because Google fucking AI is wrong as shit. Of course. Fucking
Yeah, Saturday.
Has that shit ever been right? That Google AI shit is wrong every fucking time.
Right. So yeah, it's Saturday.
It's Saturday. All right. I
Yeah.
was about to say, I know that's a pay-per-view name. We only have 3
I see what
matches.
you're talking about it because then it's saying Vengeance Day, season 19, episode 7, 218 on the CW, and I'm like,
that's not.
That's wrong.
That's just a straight up lie to my face, Google. They only have 3 matches announced. It's usually 4 or 5 for these pay-per-views. So Fallon, Steph, Julia Bailey, Roxanne, and then Oba versus Theory and Waller. So we're probably going to get a North American title match on there or the Women's North American Championship. Unless we do a tag thing, but
I was saying it's either Axiom, whatever happens, we were getting Axiom or we were getting Axiom or something with women's tag. I don't know.
Oh, it might be Axiom because we're having that triple threat with the No Quarter Catch crew, Hank and Tank, and then Josh and his new best friend.
Oh yeah, because No Quarter Catch crew about to lose.
Mm-hmm. But I think, folks, that's going to do it for us today. We really appreciate y'all following along with us. If you see us at facebook.com/Under the Ring Pod or twitch.tv/Under the Ring Pod, go there, give us a follow, give us a like. You'll know when we go live. We're usually live Monday through Wednesday around 6-ish. Thursdays for the main podcast, 9-ish. We usually do predictions the week of a pay-per-view like this week that we just figured out.
Right.
So join us on Thursday, especially if you want to be a part of the predictions. Not only do we do predictions, but our chat does predictions as well. We have a current predictions champion in the chat in Cookies.
Right.
Cookies. And all the nicknames he's given himself. So join us on Thursday for some NXT predictions. You can also get us at linktree/Under the Ring Pod and fingertip.com/Under the Ring Pod. You go to either one of those, you're going to get us at our links. I am at Greg Bush SK and just Greg Bush on Blue Sky, but Greg Bush SK on Twitter. Kenny is at Rock Ribs 44. We've got our current Under the Ring Reggie Simpson Memorial Predictions Champion, Mr. Mike Jones at Mr. Freshbeard. Our double champion, the double champ of UTR, the Forever Intercontinental Champion, and the Are You Fucking Serious Wrestling Quiz Champion, Maddie Raines at The Right Answer. We've got our street team captain, the flair of our podcast, Tito Borea Maliente. And last but not least, our good friend, local news correspondent. I bet this motherfucker shows up on Thursday. Justin Devontae Baxley. Going to show up just in time to ruin our predictions. Folks, have a great Monday night. It's the start of the week, and it's going to be great. But until then, y'all have a great night. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Your most important thing of all. Do the dime.
Do the dime, y'all. Hey, do the dime. Peace out, Betty. Peace out, Felicia. Peace out, Cookies. Thank y'all for joining us. See y'all tomorrow.
Peace.